Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Sorry I've been neglecting my channel, but I really haven't had much to add and everything else. Unfortunately, with COVID this year, I didn't get my 2020 Pro Angler 360, but we're hoping to have that for next season, and I will go through some video rigging that up when I finally get it. But I decided to drink the Kool-Aid and add a motor to one of my kayaks. A buddy of mine had the Torqeedo Evolve and he decided to go a different route and put it up for sale, so I decided to scoop it up. I'm not sure what all the kayak fishing series are doing next year with respect to motors. As it is right now, there's a number of them out there that are allowing it. I don't think it won't be my primary use for tournament itself. I do see the merit in using it for pre-fishing to cover water, and depending on how much pre-fishing you do, you don't want to be worn out come tournament day, so the more you can conserve energy, the better. Some folks have asked me already why I went with the Evolve and not with one of the newer Torqeedos that go off the back, and the truth be told, simply price right now. It just doesn't fit into my budget. If somewhere down the road things get a little better or something comes up, I would love to have one of the new Torqeedos. I've got some ideas that I'd like to do with them and some rigging that I would like to try out, but we'll see how it turns out in the future. This is the larger battery. I also came with the original smaller battery, but this will probably be the primary function one. The smaller one will be as a backup, but from what I understand, you can pretty well go all day at a good clip with this battery, so we'll go with that. With the Evolve, it's actually pretty simple wiring. So there's the battery cable that plugs into there, connects to the motor itself, and then there's the controller cable, which simply, find my plug end of it, plugs in, routes around, and then plugs into the controller. This unit, my biggest decision is where am I going to place the battery. Once you determine where you're going to place the battery, then you can decide which way you're going to route your cables and where you're going to go with it. After lulling things over and debating amongst myself, I decided for now I'm probably just going to put the battery underneath my seat, keep the seat, it has lots of room once the seat's in the high position. I go back and forth between the high and the low position depending on water conditions, but I do a lot of low positions. I figure if I'm using the motor, conditions are going to be pretty good, so it'll be in the high position. But with that said, I think I'm going to leave myself a little excess cable back here, just in case I want to go into the low position, and then I could probably plop the motor over into the back well back here in between my H crate and the sidewall. So right now I've already got one of the Hobie through hall wiring kits back here, which my transducer cable comes up through. So my thought is that the cable for the motor and the controller can go back here. There's still two spots, so I can route it there and then get the cables into the hull. That way I don't have to leave them up on deck. So the next decision is where am I putting the controller, and what am I going to do with the cable to come out to the motor. Once the motor is down in place, you've got the cable here. The previous owner of this had the it's kind of a through hole kit, and he drilled through here and had his plug for the other end of the cable right there. This is the other end of the cable, so it comes out and it can go into this kit. You would just have to drill a hole and then install it there, and then you just take the end of the cable and plug it there. I don't think I'm going to drill any more holes in. I think what I'm going to do is use this location here where some of my wiring already comes through for my lights under the board here, and also my 0.1. This is a 2017. I installed my 0.1 here the first time here. I no longer put them here. I put them up at the front there. But I've got some extra space left in this, so I think I'm going to pull the cable up through here and then just kind of lay it right there out of the way rather than drill more holes. I predominantly steer with the left rudder, so I think what I'm going to do for the controller, I think I'm going to end up mounting it over here on the right rail. Therefore I'll probably come out of the same through hole wiring kit here with the controller cable. Keep things simple. It'll leave a little bit of cable up on the deck, but not enough that I'm worried about. Alright, let's get started. This should be pretty basic. So I did manage to fish both cables through, though the one thing I discovered is that the motor end of the cable is too large to fish through the hole, so you have to use the battery connect end and fish it through all the way back to the other one, because that one won't fit. And the other thing is it's a pretty tight squeeze even if you've got other cables already there. If you don't have any other cables running through the holes already, but it'll go through pretty easy, but the tolerance is pretty small, so you gotta get it up there and pull it through. But I managed. Both cables are routed now, so I'll get to buttoning up the kits and sealing off, and we'll go from there. Alright, so here we have it. Cables all come on running up through, all secured in there, sealed off. Your main motor cable, controller cable. When installing your controller cable, there are two different ends. There's the male and the female end, and one connects to the battery and one connects to the controller, and they are different ends and they won't work the other way. Don't ask me how I know. The cables come out under or through the hull out here. Here's the main connection to the motor, and here's the cable to the controller. Controller's on. And she works. I'll let you know what the on the water speed is like for me. I'm a bigger guy, so I won't be going as fast as the previous owner probably. Alright, so we got her all mounted in. Do a little speed test. Got a bit of a breeze behind me, so won't be the most accurate. Should be a little bit faster probably than with no breeze, but maybe we'll give it a run in the back the other direction just to see how much of a difference it is. Full tilt in the breeze. It looks like 5.3. Alright, we'll give her a run the other direction. See how much it slows down going into the breeze.
breeze. So happy with that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just drop some comments below. If you guys have got any suggestions or anything that you'd like me to look into, just leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.